If you're a field tech on platforms like CloudWork Pro, Field Nation, WorkMarket, or you have your own direct clients and you want to be able to do network rack and stack, smart hands jobs, things like that, there are certain tools that you're going to have on hand to be effective. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the tools that I carry around in my laptop tool bag. I have a playlist set up that explains all the different tools and the tool bags and my setups that I carry with me to try to make sure that I'm as prepared as possible for every type of service call that I might run into out in the IT field contracting industry. All of my heavy duty tools I carry in a main tool bag, and I'll pop up a playlist link for that one. So I kind of keep my laptop bag reserved for things like my laptop and my console cables and charging cables and USB tools. If you're going to do calls in the IT field tech industry, you're going to need a laptop. You don't have to worry about finding one that has a serial port as long as you have a USB to serial adapter. And these are super cheap on Amazon. And in the description, there's going to be an Amazon list that will show all of these tools. That way you could grab them if you don't have some of these items. When it comes to consoling into equipment, there's certain things you want to have at all times. You want to have a Cisco console cable, powder blue, serial to RJ45. They do make a USB one, but you're going to need serial for other devices. So it's up to you whether you want to get a USB console cable versus just getting a standard one because you have a USB to serial adapter anyway. The other type of console cables you're going to need is an Adtran if you're ever going to do anything that's related to telephony. Adtrans are kind of being phased out, but you're still going to run into them, so it's nice to have them. And it's a proprietary cable, so a Cisco console cable is not going to connect you to an Adtran device. Another type of console cable that you want to have on hand are two different serial cables. You want to have a straight through serial cable. You want to also have a null modem or crossover serial cable. And there's nothing distinguishing about them on the cables, so I keep them in the original bag so I can tell which one's the straight through and which one's the crossover. In addition to the serial cables, I also carry around two little gender changers for serial so that it would switch a male cable to a female cable and vice versa. And the last console style cable that I carry around is a printer cable, like literally USB-A to USB-B. There's a lot of Crestron audio video equipment that will require this style cable to console into it, so you want to have those as well. I like to carry around a really lightweight laptop, so mine doesn't have a network port built in. You are going to need to have some sort of network port to do a lot of these jobs. Having a USB to network adapter has worked well for me. Haven't had any issues with not having one built into the device. Another thing that you want to have if you're doing audio video calls is you want to have an old school wired set of headphones. The old 3.5 millimeter plug, and you'll need a device that has a 3.5 millimeter plug to go out to test audio video equipment and produce sound. Most of the time in today's world, phones don't have 3.5 plugs anymore, or headphone jacks, but a laptop generally will, so that should be sufficient. Then you'll need headphones to be able to plug into things like a media player or other types of audio video devices so that you can verify that there is actually sound coming out of the device before you go down the chain of troubleshooting to figure out, is it cabling, is it something else? Does it even produce that? So always having a basic pair of headphones is important. The other thing you have to prepare for is the fact that you may be on these job sites for hours and you really can't afford for the battery to die on your phone because you need to be communicating with tech support. So I always try to make sure that I carry around the different styles of chargers that I need for my tablet, for my phone, for my headphones, whatever I need. And then I get a multi-plug with actually high charging capacity so that it'll charge fast on all ports and not just one. These are kind of hard to find. Most of the time, if you have multiple ports, it'll split the power between the ports, and so you get a diminished amount of charge. So this is one in the Amazon list that actually does equal charging on all ports. I'm kind of that Boy Scout mentality. I prepare for everything. So even though I take my chargers with me, you know, there's some sites you go to that are under construction and don't have power. So the other thing you want to make sure that you also have is a power bank charger so that you've got a battery on hand, because again, you don't want to lose the ability to communicate with your tech support. Now, I do a lot of computer repair type work, so if you're going to be doing those type of calls, then I always carry in my little treasure chest Windows 10 recovery media, Windows 11 recovery media. I also carry a Hirens thumb drive that gives you tons of amazing tools to be able to troubleshoot and diagnose outside of Windows, so you can verify if the problem is hardware or software. Hirens includes cloning software, but I actually do so much cloning in my business that I bought the bootable Acronis version, so I carry that. And I also try to make sure that I always have a very large, like 128 gig USB thumb drive in case I have to do some data transfer. I don't want to run into size limitations, so I keep a blank one of those. So this is my laptop bag that I carry with me out in the field every single day. Be sure to check out my other videos in my tools playlist to get an idea of how I organize and what kind of tools that I carry around in my larger bags, things like cabling tools and drilling tools and all that kind of stuff. And again, I'll have an Amazon list of all these items. If you end up clicking that link and buying one of those items, the channel gets a small commission, so we would appreciate that. And if this information was valuable to you, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. And as always, let's get you out in the field making money. I'll see you in the next video.